Hello. Warning. We're lacking eyebrows. Jumping straight to cam. But I don't have eyebrows. Ah! Okay. I have so much to tell y'all. Starting there. I am going to watch this stream like a hawk to see if it freaking stays up. But I have so much to tell y'all. Starting statement is I am going to be temporarily ending my MELD beta test. And let me tell you why. I'm coming in hot, like I'm about to do like spilling all this like tea or something. Nah, it's not that deep. So if y'all remember when I was yapping about MELD, and how it was explained to me. This is coming from a girl that I've used Streamlabs and OBS, and I understood that Streamlabs was hard on your CPU, right? And that OBS was not in comparison. Well, they advertised MELD as easier on your CPU than both, or easier on your computer than both. And I was like, all right, bet. Because my PC back in Illinois does not have as good of specs as the PC I'm streaming on right now, which is my husband's. However, as we saw last stream, Baldur's Gate kept making stream end to the point, y'all. It lagged out my computer. Like, I couldn't use it. I didn't have internet, and my internet was working on everything else. My smart TV, my phone, didn't matter. It froze like my Twitch account, like my Twitch connection to things, like the server for it. Everything shit itself. So my husband was like on video call with me on Discord, shared my screen, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is happening, right? And he was like, go in Task Manager, open MELD, open Baldur's Gate at the same time. And I was like, all right, bet. He caught the issue right away. So, for MELD to not be CPU heavy, it is instead GPU heavy, which means it's using your graphics card to run most of its program. Which he has a good fucking graphics card in here. So the fact, like, I forgot what it is, but it's a GeForce RTX. I can't see the number. 3090 Super? Question mark. I see a 3 and a 9. I think it's 3090 Super. Like, he paid for this freaking thing, and my PC has his old graphics card in it, and then his original graphics card. So my PC has two in it right now. If you go into my about on my page, you can see what graphics cards my PC has. And if you go on Classy Gamer 007 on here on Twitch, you can see his specs for his PC. I'm on his. I've said that like 12 times. I'm on his. But so if his PC can't run MELD while I'm playing graphics heavy games, mine's not going to be able to. However, we have a thing we are going to test because otherwise I fucking love MELD. I love how this is set up. I love the interface. I love how simple it is. I love that I can set up the type of camera that I do and my BRB screen how I have it without having to download extra plugins. They now added the integration on this side of the screen where you can stream on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok all at the same time. Like, dude, I love this program. So I'm really sad to say this, but if the computer can't handle it, it can't handle it. But our one theory that we do have is because my PC has two graphics cards, we're gonna see if there is a way. He's more smart on this than I am, so I might be explaining it bad. But there might be a way to run MELD just on my old graphics card, and that be the only thing using that graphics card, and then the game be on the newer graphics card, and keep them separate, and that might actually work. And I really want it to work. So, for now, and I'm really sad about it, but I think for certain streams I'm going to use MELD. If I am using MELD, it will say, and I will have it in my description. If it doesn't say it on the screen, then I'm using OBS. And I'm going to hop back and forth a little bit. Because I want to give this a fair beta test, and I need to compare stuff. I need to see what is MELD doing it and what is the computers just having trouble in general. So, I'm gonna reset up OBS with all my same shit, all my vibes that I can put in OBS. It's gonna take a minute. I'm gonna sit and do it today. After I do my makeup. I might fuck with it on stream if it lets me, but I don't know how it's gonna go. And then yeah, so then when I stream Baldur's Gate next, we're gonna try it on OBS and see how that goes. So wish me luck. But that's the fact of the matter. We're realizing, like, even like right now, if I pull up Task Manager, which I pulled it up before I started streaming, I have nothing open. I have 2 Chrome tabs open. I have Thingiverse open because I'm 3D printing now. And I have the closed captions for Twitch open. That is it. No music, no game. Every other window on this PC is closed. I'm gonna share my screen. Where did it go? Like, this is MELD. This is what it's doing on its GPU and its power usage when nothing else is doing that. And then if I open a game, it's the rest of his GPU. For the fact that he has a RTX 3090 in here. Super. Which I know that there's better than this now, but come on. You know? Like that's still a very, like, for lack of a better word, like competitive graphics card right now. Like, if you have this, you don't need to upgrade yet, you know? And my PC has older in it. So, yeah. And that's MELD doing that. I don't know what any of this other shit is down here, but so I'm gonna watch that. But then see CPU 9%, right? OBS it's higher for that. But then GPU is really low. And that's fine when you then open a game like Baldur's Gate that really needs the GPU. Versus with MELD, I need the GPU. So it freaking out like this sucks. But anywho, that's what I'm learning right now. So if you are a person that wants to try out MELD for yourself, and you have an older graphics card than this, again, it's the GeForce RTX 3090 Super. If yours is older, it depends on what you're streaming. If you're just doing talking like I am right now, you might be fine. If you're gaming though, just watch it. Just watch it and see, how that plays out for you. But that's what I'm learning right now. That it is killing his GPU. And it's crazy because nothing else is. It's just that. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows. We're gonna yap. I just want to hang out. I also want to show you guys. So my husband taught me how to 3D print 2 days ago, and I'm not gonna be like, and look at what I made. Like, I'm so good. This is the coolest thing you have ever seen 3D printed ever. No, not what I'm getting at all. I do understand it to an extent. My best friend's dad 3D prints now, and I helped him build his printer, and I set it up, and I taught him how to use it. So I do understand how to use an Ender 3D printer, like Ender brand. My husband uses Artillery. My best friend's dad got an Ender printer that does a lot of the things for itself, like auto leveling and all that good stuff. My husband's is a little more manual, so that's why I needed to be like taught how again, because it is different between the brands. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Hanging in there. I'm in a flare, but when am I not? You know, this isn't the worst flare I've ever been in, but I am. But it's okay. We're hanging out. Luckily, I have the time to take for myself to, feel better. So. Oh my god, but I'm so grumpy about this. Sorry, I can't stop staring at it. If you're a girl that has light colored hair and you dye your hair black, you freaking get it. But like, I did my hair a month ago and my roots are already that bad. Anyway, that's what I keep staring at. If you see my eyes like moving up, like at this angle, I'm staring at my roots, just so you know. Anyway. Also, if stream lags for you, like where I freeze, you're not getting audio from me, whatever, please let me know in chat it's not your internet, it's me. As I'm having issues with my streaming app right now. So just so y'all know. No, you're good. I love all your TikToks of your plants. I love seeing them. I don't comment as much as I probably should, but I do enjoy those TikToks. Or like I don't comment a lot because sometimes you're asking questions and I know nothing about plants, but just to let you know, I watch those whole videos and I enjoy every second, even when I don't understand what you're talking about. Oh, when I'm getting into crocheting again, that's another thing that I like. I learned how to crochet when I was younger, but my mom is left-handed and I'm right-handed, so she had a lot of trouble teaching me how because, like, I hold everything wrong. Um, you're good. You're very good though about like liking my videos with all of your accounts and reposting and stuff, and I feel so bad, or at least saving, and I feel so bad because I'm not on top of that like you are. Like you're freaking awesome, dude. Your support is awesome. I just rarely go on my other two accounts. Like I'm not as active on those to even do that. You know, that'd be so fun. um, but yeah, so I'm relearning how to crochet because I am an artist. That is my thing. That is my job. That is what I do for a living now because I'm disabled. Like it's this and my art business. But because of my medical issues, I'm back living with my in-laws and my stuff is at my apartment. Um and so I don't have any of my art supplies besides my iPad and it's driving me crazy because I want to make stickers and I want to do things and I can't. And I'm sorry, but like I'm not a person that can like sit and just draw and create a backlog of things. I can't on my iPad. I have to be drawing to print the stickers that day. Otherwise, there's no instant gratification. I'm not going to do it. And that's just how I function. So, I was like, what hobby can I buy stuff for again that wouldn't hurt to have doubles of? And then I was like, oh my god, crochet, because I'm gonna use the yarn no matter what. And I do punch needle too, so I'm gonna use the yarn for something. So, I got that, and then I got new crochet hooks that are for arthritis in your hands because I don't own those. I own normal ones. So, and I'm so excited about this. Are you ready? Look what I fucking 3D printed. I 3D printed a freaking yarn bowl, dude, for my little skeins of yarn. Skeins? That's what it's called? I think that's the word. Um, aw, I'm so proud of you. Knitting does not compete in my head. I'm a crochet girl, 100%. But I 3D printed this, and it took 19 hours to print. And I could tell you all the settings I did and everything because I understand it now, and I'm so excited. But it's like, dude. Also, I didn't design this. I got the file off of Thingiverse. Um, but I did print it at 75% because I wanted it smaller because my little skeins of yarn are like this big. They're small. So I also didn't want to use all of my husband's filament on one project immediately. So he said I can use anything I want, but I want to make this last as much as possible and print as many things as possible. Because filament goes bad technically. If it gets like humidity to it and stuff, there's stuff you can do to get the water out of it. Um, but he was kind of like, dude, just use it. Like I don't care. And I was like, okay. Um, but yeah, this printed pretty good. I still need to like take his heat gun to it to get some of the wispies off. I kind of picked most of them off myself because I was excited. But yeah, like this printed exactly how the guy's file showed that it would print, if not better. And I was like, dude, that's crazy. But I'm so excited and it's so cute. Oh, my cat's on my desk. Mrs. Ma'am, what are you doing? Aw, that's so cute. My cat's here. I can't do anything until she's not. Mrs. Ma'am. Hi. Would you like to decide what you're gonna do? Do you want the corner of the desk? Is that the problem? That was the problem. My water bottle was in her spot that she sits sometimes. There you go. Is that the problem? Might be. She might walk back across though. And so I got 3 little things of yarn. I got brown, and then I got the color of the ends of my hair. With like proper lighting, it's literally the same, and I'm so excited. And then I get this little like charcoal gray. Because I learned from my first mistake when I first learned how to crochet. I learned on black yarn, and then everybody told me that that's the hardest yarn to learn on because then you can't see any of your stitches. And I was like, oh. So, I learned, and so I compromised and got charcoal. And then I got this little kit. It came in this little bag. So cute, so me. And it came with a bunch of crochet hooks that are like this, and they have silicone handles, and they're squishy, and so they don't hurt my hands as bad. And then it also came with little cutters. I don't know if Twitch is weird about blades, so we're not going to show them. And then the little needles to weave your ends, and then little stitch markers, which I have literally never owned stitch markers. I have never counted my stitches in my life, so I'm very excited to actually do things correctly. Because okay, my crocheting credentials, right? I've crocheted a bee, like the little stuffed bees that people make, and it was like this big, and it was pink and black. And I like to call that my one-hit wonder because I have never been able to do anything remotely as good as that ever again. I have no idea how I even made it. Like I don't know. And I did that when I was like 17, 21 now. So, yeah, I have no idea how I did it. No clue. And then I've made like little tiny like blankets for I've done like little blankets for like American Girl dolls and stuff when I first learned how to crochet. All I knew how to make was rectangles. So, do you do the pattern ones? What do you mean? Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, that's what you mean. I need to learn how to read patterns. I don't know how. I kind of do. I've understood them before, but when I did the bee, I watched a YouTube video and just followed the person, and they were like, "Do this 10 times," and I'm like, "Okay," and then So I just like had the pattern verbally said to me, I guess. She showed what it meant on the screen too, like what it would read as on a pattern. Yeah. What is up? How are you? We're hanging out today. We're doing random stuff. I just feel like yapping. Oh, but yeah, disclaimer for anybody that is viewing right now. If the stream freezes, please say it in the chat. It is not your internet, it's me. How fun! I love ice skating. That's like my favorite part of this season. Or favorite, yeah, like with my mom, we would always watch ice skating and stuff. Oh, but I also learned how to, you know what? I'm gonna dox myself right now. Not dox myself. I'm gonna bully myself on stream. So, sorry, I'm like overheating immediately, and I don't know why, because it's not hot in here. So this is how I would crochet, right? Also, I don't really remember how to make a slip knot very well, so we're just this is for scientific purposes. Oh, I got it. Never mind. I do remember. This is my skill level from watching one video last night, all right? So, this is how I used to crochet. Because again, I was taught by somebody that was left-handed, right? Oh, I could zoom my camera in a little bit for y'all, probably. Where is that transform? And then we'll do like one like 65. Okay. So, got my little slip, right? I would oops. Immediately struggling anyway. This is how I learned how to crochet from somebody that was left-handed because I didn't understand how my mom was holding her tension. I would wrap around and then literally take my fingertips and pull it over. And this is what I would do. And this is how I would crochet. And do you see how there is zero tension or zero consistency in these loops? At all. That is how I would crochet. And I could get, if I like sit and try with doing what I'm doing, I can get them pretty consistent. But like, what is this? And that's how I used to crochet. But then last night, okay, so I also learned that I can hold the hook this way or this way. And I actually liked this and I didn't think that I would. So hold on. I gotta remember what I did. No. Hold on. Yep. Okay. So I'm holding my tension with my pinky down here. And then this goes over. Um and then see, but my problem now doing things correctly is now I have too much tension. But I watched a video and this is how the chick did it. I'm doing them way too tight though. So I don't know. I do them too tight, and then I like I do it too tight, and then I'll like simultaneously then do it too loose and then fling it off the hook. Like I can't. But when I was like fucking with it for like an hour last night, I got into a groove eventually. I also learned that because I'm learning on cotton yarn, I made this harder on myself. Yeah, but I made this harder on myself because cotton is slidier, I guess, and I didn't know that. See, I can get in a groove a little. See, look at that. Look at all those. Look at some of them are super fucked. But like the last couple that I did were good. That's fine. So I'm figuring it out a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, I always held it like this. I didn't know that I could do this, and I kind of like this actually. But I don't know. So that's my skill level right now. It's not even anywhere remotely what it was when I first was crocheting, but it's fine. We'll get there. I got to figure out how I like keeping tension because this doing this motion cramps my hands really bad. So because I have something going on with my hands. I don't know if I have like arthritis necessarily, but I have something. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna. You know what? I think I'm hot because I have the heat on and I'm sitting by the heater. Even though I need it on for the room, it's hot for me right here. So we're just gonna do fan a little bit. I might honestly change my shirt and throw on a t-shirt or something, but we'll see. I'm in sweatpants and a long sleeve, and I was wearing a cardigan. Like this is a choice, but anywho, I'm good. How are you doing? We are hanging out today. Dude, I'm so tempted to go change my shirt. I'm such a tank top and cardigan girly, and today I decided to wear a long sleeve, and I don't know why I did. That's good. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish that I could share my game library with you on Steam, but I like have no idea what my husband did to do any of that, or if I can add people to it. Because I totally would, because we have Subnautica. My husband bought me in, and then I realized that I was terrified of that game, watching Jack play it and Mark. But we also bought it like super on sale. Otherwise, like I would have felt so bad. I still want to try to play it, but I was terrified. I think I need to play it with someone, or like with my husband sitting next to me. Anyway. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing chats, so if I do, just repeat them. That does not make me mad. I appreciate that. I'm having trouble because on my screen, like on my phone, it has two of y'all gray, and your guys' usernames are almost exactly the same length. So I'm not catching it switching. I'm sorry that your football team lost. It's so sad. I'm a Bears fan, so I don't know if you were watching the Bears game, actually. Weren't they playing today? I don't know what time they play because my mom will tell me, but I'm in North Carolina right now, so like it's different. The Bears, yeah, the Bears. I'm a Bears fan, but we don't really do well. Oh, nice. The Bears. I've met the mascot for the Bears though. That's a thing that they do in Illinois for some reason, where the mascot comes to the schools. So I've met the bear for the Bears. Do I remember his name? No, but he has one. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm also like, I mean, if you can't tell, I don't know what my skin is doing. It's like the second like winter hits, my skin just freaks out. And it's just having a moment and we're just letting her do what she's going to do. And I've been trying to let it breathe. Like I haven't filled my eyebrows in this whole week. I put a little bit of gel in when I went to physical therapy. But I gave them a week to breathe because I was even breaking out like in this one. Like I don't know what's going on. Aw. Yeah, I'm also allergic to most lip products, so like Aquaphor is the only thing I can use, which you know what, Aquaphor works really well. But I only like the chapstick and not the squeezy tube. And I need to buy like 25 of the stick and just keep them everywhere because I only have 2 right now and I lose them. But everywhere only sells the squeezy tube. I don't even know where I bought the stick. Yeah, so I have combination skin. So like my skin is both dry and oily. I think it's oily because of how dry it is. My dermatologist tried to explain it and I didn't understand any of it. So like I have so much dry texture here with those breakouts, I could literally like scratch all of that skin off. And then down here, I have the really like especially there's one right here. I have really deep breakouts right now that aren't coming to the surface yet. Cheeks are fine. Cheeks are hanging out. And then I look like if I have good camera because this camera's not the best, but like with like my S24 Ultra where you can see all of my pores, it looks like I have freckles on my nose. I don't. That's just clogged pores. And then I break out around my nose too. Like I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. And I went to a dermatologist. She had me doing tretinoin and clindamycin, and like because of I have MCAS, so I'm allergic to a lot. I could not figure out if I was allergic to those products or not because like my skin would inconsistently react to them, and so I just stopped. Like I just gave up. Um, and then so now I just use Vanacream and Panoxyl sometimes if I remember. Otherwise, I really just use Vanacream in the shower, and that's the only time I wash my face because I forget very often. This everything. This everything. I was like, how do I do my brows again? These brows might be rough today because I haven't done them in a while. Oh, also, I was yapping about 3D printing at the beginning of stream. If you go on Thingiverse, which is the website that you can get prints from, which is fun to just scroll through like Pinterest, honestly. But you can search test prints and then pick different things to print as your little test. And I found a test print that's little cats. And so we're just gonna have so many of these. Every time I change settings on the printer or change filament colors, I'm going to print a cat. Just so you know. I'm gonna have a cat army and I'm just gonna keep giving them to my niece. I'm keeping this one though. But I love them. And then their little tails wrap around. It's so cute. But anyway, I forgot to show this when I showed this. But yeah, this is my first real print and I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited. I want to learn how to model stuff out, but I don't think I'm anywhere ready for that. Yeah. Or it's so hard to find like a cleanser that makes your skin feel clean that doesn't also dry it out. Like if I don't get all the oil off, then my skin breaks out, but then it'll get dry and then those breakouts will flake and then it's like what is happening? How is my skin simultaneously all of these things at once? I don't understand. Yes, my husband sent me that last night. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Sister was a witch, right? Sorry. Hold on. I literally have it open right now. Are you talking about this or a different spinning wheel type thing? But this is to wind yarn. And there's other crochet related things on Thingiverse. But my husband wants me to make this really bad, but then I need to go to Home Depot to get all the little bolts and stuff, and I don't know when I'll be able to make it over there. It's on the other side of town. But and then like a lot of people have made it too. And like somebody made a pink one, and I thought that was so cute. Oh, right. But like I want to make this, but I don't know. I feel like by time I buy all of the bolts and everything to make it, I could have just bought it. I feel like this is one of the things that would not be cost effective versus hold on. I'll show you the thing that I printed. This. I printed this. This cost $2.49 of filament. And that's it. So like this was very much worth printing myself instead of buying. And I used this guy's print settings. Because what's cool is if somebody's made it, you can then click it and then they will explain what settings they did for their printer and stuff. And I thought that was really cool. And this guy was super smart. I didn't do this, but he was super smart. He paused it at this print layer where there was holes, and then he put BBs in the bottom to make it heavy. And I thought that was so smart. I didn't do that. But like if I make another one, a full-size one for like more yarn, I might do that. I plan to just sit with this bowl in my lap, so it's not a big deal. But I thought it was super cool. Thingiverse is so cool. People are so creative. Like this is the stuff I have saved right now. These are the little cats that I make. I want to make this so bad, but my husband brought up a good point that I need to seal it somehow or paint's just gonna go through it. Oh, and then I'm gonna print this because my husband's freaking cutters. Look at these freaking things. They came with his old Ender printer, his original printer that he had that he sold. I'll show it a second. I'm also absolutely making this tiny sandbox. But anywho, these are my husband's pliers right now. This whole side split. And then this side poked through. But so if you're cutting, I'm calling them pliers, they're cutters. When you're cutting and you're working on stuff, you start to push this, where then you're literally using the cutter like this, where it's bare metal. So I found when I was just scrolling through that somebody's printed covers for these exact pliers, because these are again cutters, not pliers. Jesus Christ, these cutters come with Ender 3 printers or Ender printers. So everybody that has an Ender printer has this set. And so my husband had an Ender 3, which is why I keep saying Ender 3. But my friend's dad got a 5, I think. And it came with these ones, and seeing them brand new was wild because the whole time I've been with my husband, they looked like this. So, but yeah, I'm printing new covers for it immediately because it's driving me absolutely crazy. And I'm like, how have you been using them like this long? And he's like, I don't know, I don't really care. It doesn't bug me. Okay, well, it bugs me really bad. But again, also have paint in my hands, so I really want it to be properly grippy and not metal digging. Plastic will be okay. I mean, rubber is better, but metal hurts. So. Okay, anyway, makeup. We can zoom in a little bit more. Hold on. I'm not doing the thing that I kept doing where I just keep like dragging the zoom because then I just kept zooming in on random things. You're good. Take your time. All right, we are drawing on my eyebrows. Also, disclaimers for how I do my eyebrows. These are not girly pop natural clean girl. No, they're not. That's not how I do my makeup most of the time. I appreciate that makeup style. Don't get me wrong. I am an alternative girly. So, Um, my eyebrows are mostly solid black, and I do have a split in this eyebrow. So not on purpose. I just there's no hair right here, so I run with that. There is hair on this side. It's just thin, but this side has a line that goes right here that there's nothing. But yeah. So if you were looking for an eyebrow tutorial of natural eyebrows, this is not going to be it. However, the blending technique that I do in the front is helpful if you do normal eyebrows. Normal eyebrows. I use that term loosely, but so this still could be helpful. Um, going in with the NYX lift and snatch first. Also, I inhaled super weird. I apologize in advance if I bump the microphone because it's kind of like right where I put my arms on the desk to lean because I do have to stabilize my arms because my hands shake. So, I apologize in advance because it will happen inevitably. Okay. I appreciate y'all sticking through ads. I will not do anything crazy important during the ad. I've been doing my eyebrows to some capacity similar to this since 7th grade, and I'm 21 now. So that's the only reason. Like it literally just takes so much practice. I was a victim of 2016 makeup, so there's a lot of 2016 makeup that I still do today. How I do the fronts of my eyebrows is not one of them. The feather brow girlies is who taught me how to do the front of mine now. Because I had no idea. Oh, I think. Hold on. I'm gonna try to put the mic in a better spot. Let me know if you can still hear me with the mic here. Because I really don't want to sit and hit it. I just drew on the microphone. Anyway. Aw. So, I like to start. I use probably an absurd amount of products when I do my eyebrows. So, but my eyebrows are my favorite thing to do. That's probably why. I take the lift and snatch, and I outline my eyebrows first. Also, I apologize for camera quality. I'm on my husband's PC because mine is in Illinois, and I'm not in Illinois. I'm in North Carolina. So maybe we should just do 200% zoom. So I'm using his webcam, and it's not as good as mine. Welcome back from the ads. We didn't do anything like at all. I did one line, and that's it. I really need to lean my arm somewhere. There we go. There we go. Also, remember how I was pointing at the split? Keep forgetting that when I'm staring in my mirror, this is my right eyebrow, but on stream for you, it looks weird because it's not. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going in, then I look up and I'm like, that's not the eyebrow up there. It's because things are mirrored. It's crazy. So if you're going for natural brows, you don't want to outline. I'm filling this whole area in. If you're going for natural brows, you'll actually want to do little strokes like this with a much lighter hand than I'm doing because I have trouble with that. But light little strokes, not outlining them because then it's not going to look natural. But I do think it's really funny because people will be like, "Oh my god, like I love your eyebrows," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you," and then they're like, "Yeah, like I really want to learn how to do brows and blah blah." blah. I'm like, "Oh, I can teach you," and they're like, "Oh, no, thanks," and it's like, "No, no, 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 I know how to do not like this." But I think it's so freaking funny because it's one of those like they like it on me but not on themselves. Oh yeah, fair. So I only started using. You'll see, I literally will use eyeliner in my eyebrows. I only started doing that about a year ago when my husband went through jump master school. He's military. Because one of the girls he went through that school with, I think he showed her pictures of me or something. And she liked my makeup or whatever. And he was like, "Well, it looks like you do your eyebrows how my wife does hers." And she's like, "Oh, I use blah blah." And she told him. And so he came home and told me, and I was like, "Oh, why did I never think of that?" Because I'm like trying to make like the NYX micro brow work for what I try to do. That's before I bought this too. And she just straight up goes in with fucking eyeliner, and I'm like, that's awesome. Like that is the coolest thing ever. Also, we might pluck my eyebrows a little bit today. I do not pluck inside of them. I don't try to thin my eyebrows. But I get eyebrow hair all the way out to here, and I don't know why. So we can just get rid of that part. And plucking them has not thinned out my eyebrows. It still grows back. It will not leave. So okay, so now we have our outline. Now we have our vision. Also, my literal brow bones on my face are uneven, so my eyebrows will be uneven. That's just the fact of the matter. My eyes themselves are also uneven. I don't try to fake correct it. I just have just accepted that over the years. When I first started doing my makeup, I used to try to correct it, and I would spend obscene amounts of time on my makeup, trying to make my eyeliner match when it just wasn't gonna happen. So, and waste so much product and irritate the crap out of my eyes from washing them off over and over. And no, cute. I love when you wear black lipstick. Honestly, you're one of the people that inspired me to buy black lipstick again. Okay. So, this is my holy grail product. This is what makes everything happen. This is the NYX Zero to Brow Brow Gel. And the reason that I like it so much is it's a spatula applicator. So, you can fill that bitch in solid if you want to. You can also go in with a lighter hand. It has a spoolie on the other end. If I get it open. So, you can use it like a normal gel. Like a normal gel like this. But I like it literally solid. So that's what we're going for. And I will actually do 2 coats of it. I'll do 2 thin layers because um it dries better. And you can accidentally kind of like pick up what you put down as it tries to dry, so you kind of just have to it's a I will admit it's a finicky product when you first use it. There is a lot of bad reviews for this product because people didn't know how to use it. But once you get the hang of it, oh my god, it's my favorite thing on the planet. And this shit will stay in my eyebrows for a week. 100%. And with how much effort goes into how I do this, I appreciate the longevity. I think they advertise it's supposed to last you 48 hours. I've pushed it. I've pushed it so many times. Because if you didn't see my tags on the stream, I am chronically ill. I have POTS, EDS, and MCAS are my big 3. So any makeup product that I can make last and then wake up the next morning and feel good and know that it's not an extra step that I have to do for myself. Like I don't have to wear makeup, but and to make that part easier, like sign me up. So the reason I'm leaving the tails out right now is because this applicator is just a little too wide for how I do my tails. And so we will do something different for them and I will show you. So when there's barely any product on the very tip of this is when I will just lightly start combing it through the front. Also, when we did our outline, we don't outline the front because we want the front to look fluffy. If we were to outline the front, then it would be blocky, and we're not going for James Charles in like 2015. That's fair. So then I will take, this is a brand new brush because my other one is where my makeup is and I don't feel like getting up. So we're grabbing the new one that I bought that's in my makeup bag. It has Fleonin. I use all Eco Tools brushes. Any brush you see me use is Eco Tools, unless I say otherwise, but I don't think I use any that aren't right now. And I will go in on the side of this where there's like extra product going, and pick up from this And then I will use this angled brush to do the tails of my eyebrows. And to fill in any little like gaps that kind of happen, but. And then I do like the tails of my eyebrows like really sharp, so we'll sharpen them with eyeliner at the end. But the reason that we still do the gel first is the gel is what's gonna make everything that we're doing right now last. If we just use, because I use the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner, if you have that on for more than 24 hours, it crumbles, which most people aren't doing. But if you want the longevity of what I do, you need to do things like that. But yeah, no, if you are a person that washes your makeup off, all of your makeup off every single night, you're not going for makeup that you can sleep in, because I understand that that's not in any other context is not good for you. Especially eye makeup. But then you can just use eyeliner instead of this. But I still really like this. And this is smudge proof too once it dries down. Your eyebrows are not going to transfer onto anything. I used to use the Wet n Wild breakup proof gel liner, which I still use for just my eye makeup. I still love it. But I used to use this on the tails of my eyebrows, and this will transfer. And I have hugged people, and then my eyebrows are on their shirt. I've laid my head down on my desk because I was like stressed out when I was doing college online, and my eyebrows are on my desk. So we're going for transfer proof here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that so much. I've gotten very, what's the word, like routine in how I explain how I do them, because I've been doing them on stream so often. So then we let them dry, and then I will, in a little bit, pat them to see if they're dry, and then we'll do one more layer of that. And then sometimes I'll draw little like stripes in the split, do fun little stuff in there. Right now, today I'm gonna leave it completely open. I'm gonna throw on a little bit of the Milk Kush Fiber Brow Gel. I got this at TJ Maxx. You do not have to spend $22 on a brow gel. I think this is $22 normally. Essence makes a really good one for $2.99, and that's the one I normally buy. But I was out and I was at TJ Maxx, and so I grabbed this one. And I had been wanting to try some stuff by Milk. And don't get me wrong, it's a really nice brow gel. If you want this exact color too, which it's Cypher. Like if you're going for a very specific black, like then this might be your guy. But if you're not too picky, dude, the Essence one's great. You should. I want to get into using lip tints. So my thing though is I'm allergic to fragrance. So most lip products for some reason have fragrance oil in them. Not even like flavor oil, fragrance oil. And I will get like a rash all the way around from them. Aw. No way. That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people make a lot on there, and it's like, but I also saw that if you do live streams, I guess, advertising things instead, that makes you a lot. Like a lot of their revenue comes from that. But I have no idea. I don't I'm not a part of the thing to even do that. Like I don't make any money off my TikTok content. The only app that I have any revenue on is the app that we're on right now, which I get like 4 cents an ad or something like that. And then like if y'all subscribe, I think you guys pay $5.99. I think I get $3 from it or something like that. Like I don't like streamers don't get the whole cut. It's like a 55-45 split. It used to be 50-50, I think, because people got mad he changed it to 55. Like, okay. Like thanks, I guess. By he, I mean Bezos. I think we also, when we sign up for Twitch, we technically sign an NDA that we're not supposed to discuss our revenue, but like every person that I've seen discusses it in some way or another. Like, because to be fair, it's all also like common knowledge online. I just don't think we're supposed to say like what our literal like cash out total was, but You can literally go in like the creator parts of Twitch's info and find everything that I'm saying. Oh, this side's not dry. This side is though. See, nothing. I use my middle finger. Nothing. Not smudge testing though, because we're still technically drying, but but we can start with this side. Also, I apologize if my stream elements bot does the same chat like a lot. I'm used to not having much engagement in here, and so I have the timers set up to go off more often. But then when I do have engagement, then they go off really often. But I don't consistently have it, so it's just one of those things. Fair. I used to do that all the time. When I first learned how to do wing liner, it was a miracle when I got it right. So if I got that shit right, I slept in that, and I used it as like an outline to then because like I rubbed most of it off in my sleep. I used to use the Wet n Wild dip brush one, um, and that's not completely smudge proof. And the one I was using was not waterproof. I didn't like the waterproof formula of that. So I would sleep in it, and then when I'd wake up, half of it would be gone, but the outline of the wing was still there, and I just had to fill it back in. Did that shit all the time. I used to have back in the day, I used to do makeup videos on YouTube when I was in maybe 8th grade. I used to have my first ever YouTube channel. Besides posting like a singular video of when I had a pet guinea pig and I was like showing all the stuff that I had for him, off of my mom's phone when I was like probably way too young to post on YouTube. She didn't know I posted it. I didn't tell her, but I did nail art videos, and some of them were pretty good actually. And I was recording those off of a camcorder, dude, which makes me sound really old. I just bought really budget things. Fair. Most of the time, I don't wear much. Like, I don't really wear foundation super often unless I'm like going to a thing. Um, but I love the About Face foundation, and then I got the Tower 28 like skin tint one because I'm allergic to chemical SPF, but I can use mineral, and that's like one of the only skin tints that uses mineral. I'm really liking that, but that's also pretty pricey. Um, the About Face you get more bang for your buck between the two, but the About Face doesn't have SPF in it, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, I use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer and just kind of do what I want to do. I got my first phone when I was 11, but it was a track phone that my parents disabled the internet on, and then I didn't get to have internet on a phone until I bought the phone myself. And I got a Nokia Lumia 630 at Cricket. It was the exclusive neon green color, and it ran Windows 8. And that was my first like smartphone. But my first normal smartphone was a Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime that I also any phone that I've had I paid for besides my Samsungs that I have now. My husband got. I wonder if you would like um Made by Mitchell has a lot of like cream palettes that are customizable, like where you can make your own shades and stuff. I really want to get it. I've seen a lot of good things. I've personally never used them, and I wonder if you would like that. Yeah, my parents had older phones than me, so like except when we had the Nokias. So I had the Nokia Lumia 630. My mom had the 635, and she had the blue. And then my dad had the mini one where it was like the 620 or something, where it was smaller. Um, yeah, Made by Mitchell's on TikTok Shop. Not sponsored, by the way, but or if you're not into TikTok Shop, which is super valid, he's on Beauty Bay as well. So, and Beauty Bay does like Black Friday sales and stuff too. So, if you're looking for a deal, You don't have to do TikTok Shop if you don't want to. I've ordered off a TikTok Shop once, and I got a beach waiver for $53 when it was like a 200 something dollar one because I got like the kit that had 3 different curler heads for it, which I really like it. But usually, honestly, I'll see the thing on TikTok and then I'll go to their business website and order it there. That's so fair. Honestly, I wanted a flip phone too when I got my track phone. My track phone was like a smart track phone. It was weird. Like I think I would have just enjoyed a flip phone more. Especially because my parents disabled any of the smartphone features on it, so it was like I might as well just have a flip phone. Then I would have had a keyboard and shit. Or oh my god, like the sidekick, dude. I'm so jealous of people that grew up in the 90s for those reasons because I was right on that edge. I was born in 2003, but grew up with like my sister was born in 95. So I grew up with all the 90s things as they transitioned into the 2000s. Fair. Okay. Now that we're mostly dry, I'm going to go in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And this is how I do the front of my eyebrows. So, this is the only thing that I use that is technically not transfer proof. If you rub the front of your eyebrow, this spot will come off. So, when I wake up in the morning, this is usually the part that I touch up. Just so you're aware. So, my claim of this whole routine being transfer proof is technically not true. But I don't use a lot of this because we kind of blended the front already with that gel. This is just to help that a little bit. So, I'll very lightly outline the top and the bottom of the front of the eyebrow. And this is to kind of like help me get my eyebrows closer to being twins and not sisters. But they're still gonna be because of my brow bone. And then you just kind of lightly scribble over the seam between this gel product and nothing. You're softening that line. That'll happen. So you kind of scribble, then you go in with the spoolie. And I like to pull the product this way. Um, and then you just kind of go back and forth until you get a result, a solidness that you're happy with. But I try for the very, very front to not have product in it. But like, if I decide to keep, so I shower every other day. So if I decide to keep these eyebrows through a shower, um, and go to that next one, day 4, my eyebrows are blockier because I'm not wiping off this product. So sometimes there's like little bits that are left. So like my day 1 eyebrows obviously look the best. Day 2, damn near, but um, you know. But that's if you're gonna push it past really it's supposed to this stuff is supposed to only be on for 48 hours max, but I kind of want to try dyeing my eyebrows. But like I don't have a lot of eyebrow hair to begin with, so I don't even know if that's gonna like do anything. Um, besides like yeah, the tails of my eyebrows are blonde, it might show them then, but so then we're not done. I go in with the NYX Epic Ink Liner, the holy grail, and we sharpen these tails, baby. Also, my eyebrows go all the way to here. This is where my eyebrow hair stops. However, I noticed recently, like I'm talking in the past 6 months, it really pulls my face like down with them all the way down to here. So we're trying something different and doing the tails shorter, and I'm really liking it. So like, definitely encourage you to just play around with your eyebrow shape. I've seen a lot of people bleach their eyebrows. I would be scared too though because like my skin is so sensitive. I feel like it would just like burn off. Honestly. Oh, and then I also take this eyeliner and just kind of like clean up outlines a little bit. But because my eyebrows are not perfectly groomed, and they probably never will be because of how thin they are, I kind of don't want to remove too much hair that's close to them because, like, I don't want them to totally thin out because they already try. If you look at my eyebrows up close, you can absolutely see hair sticking out of this. I don't really care, in all honesty. But I like to fill in my eyebrows first and then pluck or do whatever I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna shave them, I've shaved them the sides before. I don't know. I can't decide if I like that or not. I don't know where my tweezers are. But I like to fill them in first and then clean them up because then I know what I'm keeping. Otherwise, I will absolutely overpluck because I'll be like, oh yeah, this area is super thick and weird, and then I will pluck into it when I wanted to keep it. So, but like in reality, there's like a hair that hangs out up here that I get rid of, and one right here, and then there's like two over here. I can't get it. There we go. And then there's like a hair that grows at the bottom that I get. Also, I'm notorious for sneezing when I pluck my eyebrows. It might happen. We'll see. That side's not bad today. That's all I'll get rid of. That's it. Just a couple. And then I have these little scissors. I have had these for longer than I'd like to admit. And I will very carefully, because there's scissors, use it as a guide above this eyebrow and just do a little snip right here. Because this eyebrow's hairs grow straight up. This one grows this way. I don't know why they're in two different directions. So to get them to be even, I have to trim the top of this one. And then if I want my split to be sharper, even though like already there's no hair that grows in that spot, I will take the scissors and just trim the hairs that grow over to there. Not pulling out the follicle because then we're gonna start losing eyebrow hair. Thank you so much for the follow, Ems. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's how I do that. And now I have eyebrows. This is how I do them. Little alternative, a little intense, but I really like them. And I've been doing them like solid black with a split in them for going on 5 years, I think. Yeah, that's how they look. It's my green. I've also been doing the green on the ends. It's like a tealy green. I've been doing that for 2 years now as well, which is kind of crazy. Or I'm in my second year of doing it anyway, which I thought was kind of crazy. Thank you. I want to do a little light, just like a little. You're good. A little light eye makeup, but not really. I have an eyeliner that matches my hair. It's a little lighter, but it's fine. So I put that on the lower lash line sometimes, and that's kind of fun. I'll show you. I'll show you my normal eye routine. I've also been enjoying. I have the ColourPop cream gel. It rubbed off the title. In brown. I'm liking this too sometimes when I'm wearing like. So I go to physical therapy twice a week, and I have like black leggings and then these two brown tops that are literally the same color, and I'll do that on the bottom instead of the teal. It's super cute. I think we're gonna do the teal today. Yeah. Do I want to do? I want to do concealer and stuff. I kind of do. It's already 5 o'clock though. Oh, this is the Tower 28 stuff. I didn't realize it was on this bag. I could show you. There's a lot going on in this bag. My favorite lip products, like ever, are this Kosas wet lip oil that I got as my birthday gift from Sephora, and then the About Face lip color butter in Cherry Pick is my favorite thing ever. I also like this, by Elf. Which yeah, I never took the sticky off. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay. Oh my god, I was looking for the brushes and I pulled them out already. Silly me. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of ColourPop concealer, blend that out on the lid. If I'm like doing like literal like an eyeshadow look, I use the About Face eye primer, but we're not. So, or it's not like an eyeshadow heavy look anyway. So, and then I'm just gonna let it out with my fingers, honestly. Just a little. I've noticed with covering acne, honestly, sometimes less is more. Especially if you have really dry, flaky acne. Because, like, if you put too much, it just almost draws more attention to the breakout than it had to begin with. So I just use enough to cover, like, the red tone, but not enough where, like, it's not covering it perfectly at all. You can still see that I have breakouts. But now they're just not red. Like, they're not the same color that my lips are, you know? And I'm happier with that result than super peely and whatever. Also, I do have the tendency to skin pick. I will pick at scabs. I'll pick at my acne subconsciously while I'm talking. I'll rip cuts open. Blah blah blah. That is a struggle that I have. Like I pick at my like hangnails and cuticles instead of just waiting until I'm home where I can do my nails. I'll peel them and whatever, whatever. Um, so I've noticed if I put makeup on these breakouts, that will dry them out. I'm more prone to ripping it back open, and then we're stuck in the cycle of it's not healing. So I try to honestly not put makeup on my breakouts, but yeah. And then I'm just gonna set that down with. I have the Sephora I Love palette, and it's in their lightest. I forgot if they did it by eye color or by tone. I think by tone. So it's the lightest one. I don't know if they make this anymore. But it doesn't really matter because I use this really light shade in it. If you are pale, like me, it's a really good shade to set the lid with. But you can use your face powder. You can use a translucent setting powder. Um, ABH palettes have a really similar shade to this in them usually that I used to do this with. Um, oh, I guess I could tell you what shade my concealer is in. My concealer is in Fair 20N, if that wants to give you a gauge of my skin tone. And this concealer is really close to my skin color, not like a highlight shade. Oh no! What setting spray do you like, by the way? I'm in the market for a good setting spray. I got the Elf like Hydro Grip dupe. I like it, but I don't think it's like it's helping me with the dryness under my makeup. I don't think it's helping me like how do I word it? Helping my makeup stay. I don't think it's helping with the stay. Their version of the Power Grip like primer though does so. Do I want to put a little shade? I'm gonna put a little. I closed the palette, changed my mind. I'm gonna go in with that super cool tone brown in the middle. Just throw a little in the crease. I forget that sometimes when I like block out everything, then it's like I just got rid of all of the dimension in my face. Sorry, my cat. I don't know if you heard any of that, and I just kept talking over it in hopes that you didn't. But my cat is having tummy problems and like almost got sick, but didn't. And that's what I kept looking at to see if she was okay. Because sometimes I have to be like, go get some water, go get some water. Fair. I tried like a L'Oreal one once that I liked, but it was like $15. And for the fact that you're spraying it into the air and half of it's not even making it to your face, I can't justify that price. Like, I hate that. I've heard a lot of people like the Milani Make It Last, but it's a little too drying on my skin. But I also haven't tried it with the About Face foundation yet because I tried it with the matching foundation that goes with this concealer. It's the Pretty Fresh line, and that foundation dried my skin out a little bit. But also when I was when I wasn't using primer yet. So I never found a primer that I wasn't allergic to until I hit the Elf Power Grip dupe. All other Elf primers that are not in that line I'm allergic to too. So I don't know why. Any of the ones that are in like the bottles with the pump. This was me trying to explain a pump, by the way. I was trying to do the motion like when you're whatever. Now we're gonna go in and do some winged liner with the Epic ink. This is when I get serious. This is when I also might get quiet. Just so you know. You can't see anything. Now you. Oh, now you can. Man, I should have had you guys there this whole time. That's disappointing. Anyway. I always find the good camera angle when I'm at the end. Also, I have really sensitive eyes. I don't tie line. I can't. I will cry down my whole face. I can put liner in my lower lash line, like in my waterline. The top, forget it. Also, I have to blink a lot in between steps because this literally tickles. Dude, I haven't done my eye makeup in days. My eyes are like, what is happening? My understanding is it's technically safe or can be, depends on the brand. Um, it's more of like a sanitary thing of why a lot of people don't. But like, I literally like licked a makeup brush to clean something, or like wet a Q-tip with my mouth to clean up my own eyes. Like, I don't know. If it's on yourself and you don't use it on anybody else, like, I mean, I sleep in my makeup, and that's not good for you either. So I won't sleep in face makeup, like foundation though. I will make myself at the very least use a makeup wipe and get it off before I go to bed. Which I know makeup wipes aren't as good for you either, but at least it's better than the makeup on. I don't know. I'll just do a really good cleanse in the morning after something. Also, when I do my eyes, this one I start the wing at the top, and this one I start out from the corner. I don't know why I do them different. Like, I don't know what created that habit, but that's the only way for me to get them even close to even with each other. Have you seen? Because that's me too. Have you seen their little cuffs that you can put around your wrist that are the same material as like those little makeup headbands? So it'll catch the water instead of getting the water down your arms. My husband bought me some, and I love them because that also used to be my biggest struggle. Okay, now we have our eyeliner. This is how I do them. Not my best work, not my worst. And then I will go in with the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof. And I just do like the outer corner. Just to kind of like bring the wing down. I do it in the waterline. I know Ulta had a set for a while, but I also have seen them a lot at like TJ Maxx and like Marshalls. So like, I think I paid $12 at. I think I paid $12 at Ulta, but like I probably would have paid less at TJ. And then I'm using the NYX Epic Wear Liner Stick in Intense Teal. I'm holding to stabilize. Do not pull down. That's how you age your skin a lot faster than it's gonna naturally. Which I don't freak out about that, honestly. I already have wrinkles. I really don't care. I'm a chronic like do this face, so I already have whatever. I don't care about that, but like why would I want to like speed up the process, you know? And I just put it on the bottom just a little bit. I don't even think the camera's picking it up at all, but and for this I'm going below. Like on the actual lash line, not in the waterline. Like it's kind of giving like the Karens that do the blue. But you know what? Oh, no, it matches my hair. Yeah, I don't even think you guys can see it, but it's fine. Now I'm just doing the little touch-ups. I'm gonna blend that out a little more. And it's mascara time. Which I use the e.l.f. Flash and Roll right now. I used to be a Maybelline Total Temptation girly through and through, but I've kind of been into this one lately. I was looking for something cheaper than that. And I honestly really like this one. I've used the Maybelline Rocket Volume. I used that forever before I got Total Temptation. The Maybelline Great Lash with the green lid, I'm allergic to. Don't know why. Don't know what's different about that one compared to everything else they make. I don't wear false lashes. Cannot figure those out to save my life. I also don't really like how they feel. And I'm probably gonna be allergic to the glue. Being totally honest. And I don't curl my lashes because the lash curler makes my eyes cry. Even when I do it correctly and don't accidentally pinch myself, my eyes still cry. Ta-da! And that is my everyday makeup ish. Every day I say loosely. This is my I'm doing things today makeup. Like even if I'm just staying at home, this is just like a I'm doing things. But if I'm staying in my pajamas and being comfy and cozy all day, I don't even do this. So sorry, my eyelash just pokes straight down in my eye. I have one that grows straight down on the side. I think I actually technically do on both sides. I don't know. Anywho, this is what I do. If I don't yap, I can do this entire routine in like 25 minutes. Um, if I have to do my brows. If I'm just touching up the front, I can do this makeup in less than 10. But yapping, I guess it took me an hour. I'm not saying an hour and 20 because I yapped about other stuff before I started. but at least an hour. But it really I feel like complements balances the hair, you know. Also, I can't for the life of me get my bangs to not separate how they do, where like it's individual pieces and then you guys can see that where it's like doing this shit. I washed my hair literally last night. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what her deal is, but she needs to get it together. Okay, back to. I think our camera was at 145. Sure. That's the vibe. I don't know if you can see this eyeliner well on the bottom at all, but in the mirror it's there. This camera doesn't pick up color as well. I need to find a good dry shampoo that I like. I've tried the Batiste one. I don't like it. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but I don't like that one. I used the Dove one for dark hair before, and that's like the one that I'll settle with. The Not Your Mother's unscented is decently good. I just don't like that when you use dry shampoo, you can feel it in your hair. Like I don't like that I can then because I touch my hair all day, putting it up and down and throwing it in a ponytail and whatever. Like I have major sensory issues with my hair. Like if you watch a long enough stream, you will see me mess with it 24/7. Um, and so like if it's that texture, I wear lotion, so then the powderiness gets stuck in my lotion. And, like, ugh, I don't know. I don't know if that's just me being me though. I don't know if that's just like a sensory ick that I picked. I'm gonna throw a little bit of this on just to. I don't have chapstick over here. Okay, if you just want a little flush of this, just tap it. It's super cute. It kind of just like evens out the tone of your lips instead of full on putting lipstick on. It's pretty cute. I do it with the About Face one too, but the About Face one is way shinier, so like you can still tell you put something on. But if that's not what you're going for, that elf one works pretty good. But like honestly, I'm chronically a claw clip girl now. My favorite thing lately is to twist all my hair up and then hold it up straight. Like I'm literally holding that. And then just put the claw clip on the back of it. And letting this little bit dangle. And it's kind of like a ponytail. That's my favorite. It's super comfy too. Though, don't wear a claw clip and drive. Because I've seen too many things about that. If you get in an accident or have to just suddenly stop, um, even though they're plastic, it's not really good for the back of your noggin. So I will take my hair down when I drive, and I'll put it back up when I'm about to get out of my car. I don't know what else I want to do. I don't know if I kind of want to still stay live though. So I was showing this at the beginning of stream, but I can go over it again. I'm beta testing this program right now called MELD, and that's what my streaming software is. So that's what this is, my streamception. But that's what this app is that has all this stuff. Yeah. So, which I love it a lot. And like I really like it because I made this and I really love this. And I didn't have to download a plugin for it or anything like you do with OBS. I love how red my face gets at the end of this row. Anyway, but this lovely, lovely program is doing this to my GPU. And so, if I'm playing a game that also needs my GPU, your GPU is your graphics card. It's the graphics, it's the picture, it's the, you know. If you're playing Minecraft and your option is like fancy graphics or basic or whatever, that's the GPU setting, right? If I try to also play a game when it's doing this to the GPU, it's been crashing stream and just ending it to the point where it's then freezing up the computer and then not letting me reconnect to Twitch servers, and then I can't even get back on anything. I couldn't even get my phone to let me stream when that happened. So, because this app claims to be easier on your computer from a CPU standpoint, which it is. It's only using about like 9% on average ish. But it's able to do that because it's doing this. Um, and also very high power usage. So OBS doesn't do this. OBS, yes, is heavier on your CPU, but not much more. I think it will run it like 14%. And it does not do this to the GPU. It'll be around in the 30s, I think. So, I might have to switch back to OBS, which makes me really sad because I really do like this program, and there's a lot of like user friendliness to this program in comparison to other alternatives, or other competitors, I guess you could say. So that makes me a little sad to have to switch, but sounds like I'm gonna switch back temporarily. My PC, because I'm on my husband's right now, my PC has two graphics cards, but they are lower quality, I guess, like older. They're older than his. His is a RTX 3090 Super. Mine are in my about section on Twitch. I can actually look at it. Oops, hold on. I gotta look at it from my phone. Scrolling. I have the RTX 2060 Super and the GeForce GTX in it. Um, I don't know if it has a number. If it does, I don't know what the number is because I didn't write it. um, but yeah, so my husband said in theory we can make Meld just run on the smaller graphics card and then use the 2060 Super for games. And if we separate them out, I might be able to use this app instead. But that's also sad that that's what I would have to do to be able to use this app. Because like most streamers are using this app because they want something quick, easy, not hard on your computer. And this doesn't actually fit the bill that it's advertising itself as because it kills your GPU still. So I got to figure it out. It sucks that I really like this program, but that's why I'm a beta tester. So I need to have something to compare it to. I need to run OBS on this computer with the same games and see, because I've never used OBS on this computer. My husband has. My husband is a streamer as well. His stuff is Classy Gamer 007 if you wanna go check him out. Even though he hasn't streamed in like over a year because he's in stationary Korea right now, which is why I'm on his computer because I'm here. um, but yeah, so I'm gonna set up OBS. So if it does not say Meld right here, that means I'm streaming from OBS. If it says Meld, then I'm on Meld. You'll also be able to tell because of what BRB screen I use. If I'm using OBS, I have to use this one, which is still cute. I like this idea because then you guys can see when I'm coming back. And then when I'm turning my mic back on, it's not as big of a jump scare. Instead of being like, hello, hello. And I know that I could technically just transition to cam showing and then unmute, but then like, I don't know. So we'll see. And then I like on this one, I can have this camera and be like this. On my other one, on OBS, I have it like this normally, which is still fine. Like this is fine. But I do like using this one sometimes. This is fun. Especially with like the gamer chair, like it being around it. I don't know. Otherwise, like everything else is the same on OBS. I can have everything else that I have, like my assets and stuff. These assets were from when I used to use OBS on my PC, so. And I've also used Streamlabs before. Streamlabs is awful on your CPU, and you really need that. So, do not recommend Streamlabs. I'm between Meld and OBS. So I guess if you have a really strong GPU, probably Meld. If you have a really strong CPU in comparison, probably OBS. Is kind of the conclusion I'm coming to. But I'm having the issue where like me and my husband's PCs are kind of in the middle. So I don't know. I'm talking like I understand this shit. I understand bits and pieces. This is regurgitation of my husband explaining it to me. He's the computer guy. He built my PC. He built his PC. My PC is just his old parts. Yeah, take a shot every time I say PC. Same with the 3D printer. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm figuring it out, but I don't know what I'm doing. Is my camera blurry? Did we unfocus? There we go. Yeah. Thank y'all for hanging out while I did my makeup. Appreciate you. With my GPU still running that bad, I don't think I'm gonna stay on and work on OBS because I was gonna try to work on OBS while streaming. But I also feel really bad doing that when I'm literally like, I'm beta testing Meld. Watch me set up OBS. That's so shitty. Like, Meld is like a small group of developers doing cool shit, and I really am happy for them. And I think they're doing a really cool thing. It just needs a little more tweaking, and I can't have my stream keep crashing right now. Especially because I'm only on one monitor, so I'm not seeing when it's crashing. So, it's things that need to get worked out. I'm still gonna keep testing it, and I'm still gonna do streams with it. It just might be more streams like this one, where like I'm hanging out and I'm talking, and I'm not using other programs. Or like I want to start doing streams where I crochet off and on, when I get the hang of it. So as I learn a little bit more, um, so I hope you can't hear my father-in-law sawing outside right now. But if you can, I apologize. Um, but yeah. So this Meld will still keep popping up. I'm hoping that if they can figure that out, um, then I will come back to Meld. If they can get it where it's not as hard on the GPU, I will absolutely come back to Meld consistently. Like it as a program and as how it's set up, I leaps and bounds from OBS because OBS is awesome, can do these things. You have to download plugins from and mods from here and there and bring it together to be like the app to make the app do it all. And that's really complicated and not user friendly and not very like accommodating to people with different technical abilities and such. So an app having it all and you don't have to do anything is really cool. But the other thing is Meld was built for iOS. So it was built for MacBooks and stuff. That's the original thing. Windows is the beta test. So it has a lot to work out on a Windows computer as well. But yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had so much fun. Thank y'all for all the love today and the follows and y'all hanging out in chat. I appreciate that so much. Like, believe me, I could sit and yap at a wall all day, every day. But it is really fun getting to engage with y'all. So I really appreciate it. Which by the way, my follower goal is super inaccurate and not updating consistently. But I believe we hit 200 today. Yeah, we hit and exceeded 200 followers today. So thank you so much. Like, I'm so excited. We're getting there. We're getting a little community going. I'm so proud of y'all. Which 200 is still a huge ass number, and I'm incredibly grateful. But I've been streaming since 2021 on and off, and so a lot of my initial community that got me to affiliate, is a lot of kids that would watch me play Minecraft when I was like 17. So like 17 just turned 18. Um, and I haven't seen any of those people on a stream in a really long time. So grateful for my affiliate status. I'm grateful Twitch lets you keep it, even if you're not consistently getting those numbers again. Um, so I appreciate that now I'm building a community that like fits me how I am now and the person that I've become in the past 4 years. So thank you all for hanging out. I love y'all. I'm super mushy feelings tonight, I guess. But yeah, Midwestern goodbye as always. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Not sure when I'll be back on because it's the week of Thanksgiving. I might be MIA this whole week. We have family coming in from California on like my husband's side. And I have PT Monday and Tuesday, and I have a doctor's appointment as well on Tuesday. So I don't know what spoons I'm gonna have, but we'll see. Thing is, bring it up. I love y'all. If I'm not on until after the holidays, I hope you have a lovely holiday, a safe holiday. Um, If you have to hang out with family that is politically different than you, please protect your peace. Um, y'all know what side I'm on, but protect your peace, please. Um, I know that you're gonna have your Aunt Karen just going off about God knows what, but just let her talk and protect your peace and get through this week. Yeah, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye. I gotta find the end button. I never know where it is. Okay, goodbye.